My eyes have seen the glory of the cleansing of YouTube, debunking just a robot, defending predators. We also make sure that predators get the fucking food. Psychic marches on. Fuck, that was corny. Hey, what is up guys, Psychic Friend Toy Freddy here, and today, y'all have been waiting for this video for quite a bit of time, but here you go. We are going to be talking about another clan code that I know of. Just a Robot. Basically, Just a Robot is this ACC creator who actually started off there's actually quite a bit of history to this guy. Starting off with his birth, he was actually born and raised in a Catholic family who pretty much homeschooled him, so pretty much that foreshadows all the later problems that he's finna have. And back then, apparently he made Lego stop motion videos, and I'm guessing it was to cope with how his mum was, because she was basically she was basically this zealot type figure that ran the house in a way. And back then, pretty much you would have never have thought that this kid making Lego stop motions would go on to defend some average looking predator or commit sexual harassment. But anyway, and if you want to know why Just a Robot got into the commentary scene in the first place, it's actually because of one thing, one video from I Hate Everything called I Hate DeviantArt, which, well, I could honestly see why Alex hated DeviantArt, and because of that video, Jara decided to go into that place and at the time he went under the name co-author or CEO author. I'm just gonna call him co-author because that's just easier, and tried to defend IHE quite a lot. And basically, I Hate Everything's video had a good point, and I think that defense was reasonable because DeviantArt is filled with some weird fucking artwork. And then eventually the people of DeviantArt decided to do some shit, I don't even know what the fuck they decided to do. Eventually they would go on to fight with Jar. He's pretty much lost count of all those fights. And at one point he tried to accuse one of the deviants tried to accuse Jar of taking someone's life. I'm not joking. Someone legit tried to accuse him of murder for some reason. And another case was the whole Chaos 5T situation, who had tried to accuse him of murder. And it was they tried to create a whole narrative that Jar killed someone named Madness, who turned out to not even be real, which feels I'm confused. Was this an imaginary friend or some sort of tulpa to make Jar look bad at the time? It's confusing as hell, considering even Jar himself has lost count of it all. And this lasted from 2014, March of 2014, all the way up to March of 2015, meaning it lasted approximately 1 year before Jar was ultimately he just straight up dipped. He did attempt to return with the whole Just Some Guy 9000, but that was short-lived. And also he had a channel at one point that reviewed webcomics, which he did delete, and ultimately, I don't know if that account where he reviewed webcomics, I don't know if it's lost media or anything, but if anyone could find it, then post it in the comments. And, considering Jar has been, pretty much targeted for defending people, which is basically foreshadowing what he would ultimately do, whether it be I Hate Everything or a 13-year-old, because he actually defended a 13-year-old from the DeviantArt community, because they thought the 13-year-old was homophobic, and hell, he was even called a pedophile for that. The fuck? Anyways, after all of that, the Just a Robot channel would be born, And originally it was gonna be a collab channel. Jeez, I cannot imagine what that would have been like. And during this time, Jar mainly was a part of the skeptics community, as he mainly was commentating on what was a hot topic during 2016. Those being the SJW versus anti SJW debates and reaction YouTubers, which happened to be the two biggest controversies during that time. One being that, like, people believed that reaction channels were lazy, put together slop content, and that, of course, and like the anti SJW movement was about how these, like, people believing that they were fighting for social justice were, like, being contradictory or wrong. To a certain extent, some of them were, but some of them weren't. And during this time, one of Jar's most notorious beefs would begin. And during this time, Jar would get into a beef with someone known as T-Moss Boss, who is a reaction channel. And considering reaction channels were popular, criticized during this time, Jar got onto him for that. Effectively, the beef pretty much, and I'm not even joking, the beef pretty much lasted almost a decade. Jesus fucking Christ. And the reason for this beef was mainly because of conduct within the commentary community, and in regards to the whole anti-SJW stuff, which I think sounds pretty fucking wild, considering the whole anti-SJW segment of the commentary community pretty much died, is basically dead now, as one, like, grifters had started to take its place, and two, it's really not as good as it's not as big as it once was back in like 2016 or some shit. Sure, people like Andy Pants or fucking Synthetic Man exist, but like, other than that, the whole anti-SJW thing is basically dead now. So it's kind of a surprise that Jar and T-Moss dragged that out for like almost a decade. And then, like, T-Moss kind of got the last laugh after Jar got exposed for what he did. So anyways, speaking of what Jar did, let's look at that. Just a Robot has had quite a turbulent history with the ACC in regards to a variety of reasons. The first most notable reason was during around 2019 or 2020. This was during the prison mate Luke drama, as Luke would go on to accuse Jar of being a racist due to a variety of reasons, and that narrative was later parroted by people like Kai, Omnia, and No One Asked. And hell, it even is still relevant to this day, as even people like Julie believe that. Kind of ironic to me, if we're being real. From about 2020 to now, Jar has had quite a bit of history with the ACC. And this segment would probably drag if I were to talk about all of it, as we want to get to the meat and bones of it all, as in, like, what's going on right now and what led to all of this. Basically, in around 2024, Just a Robot would make an hour-long video where they would basically start defending Cinebear. And if some of you remember my Cinebear 03 video, I did mention towards the end that I remembered comparing it to the Creepshow art situation. And the reason I compare it was because of the sheer impact the cine drama had. And I can partially blame Jar for that. As, like, his interviews with Chud Logic was pretty much the reason why people like Westside Tyler, Queeman, Papa Gut, and a bunch of other people outside the ACC began reporting on it. And probably because of the fact that Jar is pretty well known within this community. And I think one of the reasons why Jar had defended Cinebero 3 was because he thought her avatar was hot. Like, bitch, what the fuck? That is why I named the segment Snowbear Mind Control, because, buddy, this is like, it's like a whole sub-variant of Snow Bunny Mind Control. Because bro really fell for the Snow Bunny Mind Control from an average-looking from a predator that literally looks like the average monster you'd find in a Silent Hill game. And off topic, I'd low-key be more scared of Cine than I am of Pyramid Head. Anyways, Jar would also make a whole response video trying to apologize for his actions. And, like, he even detailed that his girlfriend warned him about him, and even his fucking neighbor warned him. Like, how the fuck did you not take the hint? Oh, and why the fuck did you trust Kumo with this shit? He doesn't even like you, bro. And you chose to trust him. We cannot be serious. And now, as of the time I'm recording this, Jar fucking returned. And not only that, was he caught in a call with internet adjacent Vincent Martin and fucking Viaquay. Like, bro, what? This is like, I was not aware of this shit when I was filming. And like, the fact Jar was caught in this way just feels honestly wild. Like, bro, what are you what are you a part of? The anti-Lio Espada or some shit? Like, oh my god. Like, I was intending to end the video with the Cinebear segment and, like, have it be, like, its own thing where I talk about the Jar stuff and give my thoughts on it, and, like, sort of similar to how the Birdie video went, but, like, this recent call, like, just threw a fucking wrench into everything. Like, oh my god. It never fails to amaze me how much Jar could fuck up. Like, seriously. Seriously, Luke. We cannot be serious with this shit. First, we had the whole Predator defense, then there's 2 apologies, and now this? What? Just what? I am actually bewildered at this point, because, like, I don't know if I should even be bewildered because of how much Jar has fucked up. And I think the reason why he was in this call, based on what I've heard, was that he wanted to go after Gilded Pooh, which feels a bit ridiculous, as what type of leverage could he get out of this? Like, what does he get out of it, is the question. Views or some shit? And what's really the point of going after Gilded? He doesn't really care. So it just feels pointless. And it's apparently to weaken Lio's defenses. Like, the fuck? This is a drama, not a battle strategy. This isn't really in order, but I'll pretty much speedrun through a bunch of other stuff Jar has done. In 2016, Jar got into a beef with Doodletones, who I plan on making a video on in the future, about a Pokemon video about Pokemon that would destroy the world. I don't know why this beef happened, but it led to a bunch of response videos, and then eventually they would get on good terms, but not for long. Jumping forward to 8 years later, Just a Robot would find himself in a call with Lio Convoy about the Cinebero 3 drama, and considering Lio helped Jar debunk the grooming allegations that were made against him 3 years prior, it must have been a pain for the guy, because I think if I were to describe this call, it would be the equivalent of the final scene of the book Of Mice and Men, with George shooting Lenny. That call between Jar and Lio is pretty much the definition of that scene. And even though there were tons of other stuff I could have mentioned, the most infamous of the bunch being VidCon 2023 to 2024. During this time, Just a Robot actually went to VidCon and basically was doing some rather really weird shit during that event. Basically, like, I think it was like, at one point he was acting a bit strange towards Ponder Sprocket, video coming soon. And also, he allegedly followed a bunch of ACC creators and even tried to be a bit freaky with Mally Malware, which, dude, what the fuck? It's honestly a surprise that Just a Robot never had security called on his ass, cause low-key, if I were Harley TBS, Mally Malware, or even Ponder, I would have immediately called security. And about the whole being sexually attracted to avatars thing, it wasn't just Cinny as well. I think it was also Peaches, Jaden, and like Wolfie Chew and Jaden Animations. At one point he even tried to commission Jaden looking all sexy and shit because he wanted to do a thumbnail or something, or he was just a hardcore gooner. Apparently the rumors were debunked, but I'm not too sure about them because it's been like a while since I last heard that story. And also his beef with Kumo, which, yeah, like, it's kind of wild how these two have been beefing despite basically following the same ideology in a way. The ideology of defending Cinebear, as that is pretty much the thing. And while there are a bunch of other shit that Jar has done that I could mention, I feel like I might just have to leave it at that, as this video has been dragging out for a bit of time. And if we're being honest, I don't think I've really covered the full thing. Like, I kind of got a bit deep into the iceberg, but like, other than that, it was me covering the surface. If you want like a longer video that explains a lot more about Just a Robot, I'd recommend watching June the King's video, and also Lord Crust's 6-hour coverage of Jar. While they are pretty long, like, they do explain more than I did, but if you wanted like a summary of everything, this video might be pretty good for you. Anyways, the Just a Robot drama is probably one of the most fascinating I've ever seen. Cause like, how much can someone fuck up before they fall apart? And the fact that like Jar's career has been going on for this long and like he pretty much hasn't really met his downfall up until like almost 2 years ago, just feels crazy to me. Like, from this whole cornucopia of drama, it's like going into a diamond mine in a way because of how much shit there is to cover. And while I haven't covered all of it or explained some stuff poorly, it's still worthwhile. And if you enjoyed, like and subscribe. Bye. And stay tuned.